Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Super Mario Bros. 3. This time we take on the Ice World. Now, you see this pipe down here? Don't bother. It'll just take you to the pipe you see in the far right. So level 1 is actually another one of those levels where you can get a huge cache of coins and to respawn repeatedly and actually manipulate your score and your score and your coins to invoke a coin ship. But I've already shown off a coin ship, so I won't be doing that. This is actually one of the few times where the physics are a little bit different. You actually, now that I get a good look at it, you're not really, you are slippery, yes, but it's not like you're not like dead sliding, see? Mario always has that walking animation. But yet, when you're walking on surfaces like this block here, you don't get that. Huh. Come to think of it, I think there used to be a show called the Super Gaming Brothers, or actually it was a Some Call Me Johnny video. Basically, there was a dig in that, there's an ice world that doesn't really have too much in the way of ice physics, See, in fact, I would argue that I would think that the Mario 3 style in Super Mario Maker is actually a lot better at rendering the ice physics than the original. So anyway, those enemies down there are called Patuis. They basically just use their mega lungs, I guess, to keep a ball suspended in the air. Okay, so you know how we ignored that spade game before we entered this world? That spade game, there will actually be 2 that spawn upon completion of a level. So we'll just go in order. Level 2 is another one of those levels. Now, the actual level in this world that invokes a white mushroom house isn't until later, but from my understanding, it's only the odd number worlds that have white mushroom houses that actually give you a power wing, and even numbered worlds like this one give you the anchor. Now, I don't really care for the anchor, so I'm not going to bother getting it. But let's just say that it's pretty difficult to get in this world. You basically have to do auto-scrolling platforming like this in a later level, and you have to basically get to the end with a fire flower power-up so you can melt the ice to get the coins. Alright, go ahead and fight. I guess I'll go ahead and fight you guys. And this will reward us our last hammer of the game. Not to mention, it gives us an opportunity to actually use up the hammers in our inventory. So, hammers, they break blocks like this one. Wow. And this last hammer will be for another stone block we'll see later. But for now, we go to level 3. So, fun fact, if you have if you have a warp whistle, right? The thing about, if you have a warp whistle, this... Okay, good. If you have a warp whistle, worlds 5 and 6 are the only worlds you can actually do multiple times. But the thing is, you have to use the warp whistle in world 5 or 6. Because what this game generally does is if you use a warp whistle... Well, if you use a warp whistle while you're in world 4, you'll be taken to the second set of worlds, 5, 6, and 7. Now, if you use a warp whistle in 7, you'll warp straight to 8. Now, the warp zone is actually world 9, but, you know. Alright. Oh no, it's in the other. Oh man, it's blocking the mushroom house. I mean, I didn't want to use it until a little bit later, but guess I'll have to use it now. Alright. 20. Okay. Oh, I must have gotten it already. Okay. Alright, so this is also the only world where you can get a very unique power-up called... No. 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 I know it's it. Oh, is it? Oh, is it not in this? Oh, I must be thinking about the Super NES version. Anyway, there's a new power-up called the Hammer Suit, which basically turns you into a Hammer Brother and you can throw hammers. And the hammers are good at destroying pretty much anything and everything. You can knock out ghosts, you can knock out boos, you can knock out thwomps. Yeah, it's basically like an invincibility without an invincibility. You can get rid of these fire enemies that work just like ghosts. Yeah, you can knock out... Those are called roto discs, by the way. These things that look like Stridex pads. Now, if you don't know what a Stridex pad is, don't worry. It's a 80s, 90s thing. Although they still make them, I believe. Basically, it's to help. It's basically to help clean your face of acne. Oh, okay, I got it. It is entirely possible, but you can actually, if you're fast enough, you can make your way to Boom Boom with an invincibility and knock him out with a star. Okay, so that's the first fortress. Level 4, another platformer. That's actually a one-up mushroom there, I believe. I'm not gonna bother getting it, but it's there. lost it immediately. And I get another level skipping cloud. Great. Okay, well, we're running low on space, so... Now this level here is entirely unique. For one thing, you actually get 400 seconds instead of the usual 300. Now the reason being is that there's a gimmick on how to complete this level. Now I can go all the way to the end, but I'm not going to get anywhere. What you have to do... Okay, I'm gonna clear the area here a lot better. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to take this Koopa, hold on to it, get up here, and make your way over here. Now you could just fly up here, but you saw those two nipper plants were guarding. Believe me, it's a lot harder to do with it. It's not impossible, but it's hard to do with the original NES controller style controller, which I'm playing with right now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I wasn't even intending to do that. Well, it seems like, whether we like it or not, you'll see a second coin ship. I mean, just as well, because this is literally the last Hammer Brother of the game, so... May as well. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. Now, there are some mushroom houses that, no matter what, will always yield certain items. Oops. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's something over here. Nah, I guess that was a little bit earlier. You gotta be careful, because cheeps like to come out of the water like that and jump from pond to pond. Alright, well, may as well enjoy this while we can. Well, we're actually making pretty good time. We're only about 14 minutes in. So anyway, in a scrapped recording, I actually tried to tell you about the... Well, actually, no, I think I ended up telling you again. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm well aware that the quality of these videos... I mean, I don't know, it could be the emulation, too, just not meshing well with the capture, but... You know, as you've probably noticed, these videos don't necessarily translate as well as some of those other games that I play. Especially the ones that are actually made for HD TVs or whatever. So, even at 720, you know. I mean, I think I actually tried recording this video in a even higher resolution, but my capture card that I'm using, or the video itself upon playback before I uploaded it, it was terrible. I mean, the audio was great, but there was clear signs of screen tearing. So, yeah, it didn't really pan out very well. So, this gives us the opportunity to use the last hammer. And yeah, you just basically have this square. Alright, so, not to mention it gives you the opportunity to skip level 7. Okay, so this level is the level that you have to get all the coins if you want the White Mushroom House. Oops. Okay, so I cheated. I don't think anybody really cares too much if I don't really hold myself to my own standard, right? You just want to see this game completed, yeah? Now, if you get trapped over here, don't worry. There's a block here. Although I think that hidden block does count. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it might be the only exception to the rule. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and clear this away. Oh, well, it was just for a star and 10 coins. Alright. Go ahead. This is the second fortress. Now there is a completely reckless stunt you could pull here by coming down here, building enough speed, and just flying underneath like that. That block over there contains a leaf. We don't need it. Okay. Alright, so here's level 8. Okay, so that brings us to the last two levels and the last fortress. Okay, so level 9. Level 9's pretty unique. It's got a basic maze to it, that there is a pipe that you have to actually take to get out of there, but there's an even easier way to actually beat this level. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to show the actual level off, but this is one of the few levels you can actually just fly over the entire level. I believe it's possible to actually get enough speed without having to do this. But yeah, you can actually come here. And yeah, level's done. But nah, you know what? Let's just skip the level. Technically beat it. We're going with it. Okay, level 10. Now, unfortunately, this level you can't just skip. Well, I mean, you can if you use the cloud, but that's what you want to do. Alright. So you see how this pipe is blocked off by these nipper plants? It's actually showed off. They actually show it off in level 9, but if you hit the switch, these particular nipper plants actually turn into coins. And you can actually get the hammer suit. Now, fun fact with the hammer suit here. Now, there's an incline here, and you're thinking, oh wow, I'll just slide. No, you can't slide with the hammer suit. Or can you? Another trick that gamers have shown off. Now, as you can see, Mario can, in fact, slide with the hammer suit, but he has to already be in the sliding animation to pull it off. So, just thought I'd show that off. Oh shoot, I should have used a star first. And I lost it. Bring him a little closer, bring him a little closer. There. Now that enemy is called a stretch. Basically, I mean, the stretches in this game are actually visible, but you can actually knock them out too with a hammer, like so. I could have just ignored them, but I didn't. You can actually just beat Boom Boom with hammers, too. Okay, well, this Boom Boom made it that much more difficult, but... Now, I'm not entirely... Now, I don't think the Koopalings are as susceptible to hammers, but we're going to give this a shot anyway to see if we can actually beat the level with hammer here. Fun fact: if you beat one of these stages with a hammer suit, a tanuki suit, or a frog suit, you actually get a different message from the king. So, if you show up with a hammer suit, king asks you if you might consider lending him your clothes. Of which, of course, Mario is going to decline the offer. Then there's a welcome about. Then if you beat the game or the stage with a frog suit, the king will basically ask you if you want to be changed back, and a tanuki suit, he'll thank you. He'll basically thank you and presume you to be a raccoon. There. Yeah, if you scroll too far, that which is not bottomless becomes bottomless, so... Yeah, it didn't look like the hammers were taking there. Oh wow, that was well timed. So yeah, you get to see the message I was telling you about. Hey you, how about lending me your clothes? No dice? What a drag. Yeah, you have to understand, this game kind of reeks of late 80s, early 90s lingo, so... Okay, greetings, I'm well. Please now this letter here is pretty cryptic. But I think they actually fixed it in the GBA port to be a little bit more clear, but says, greetings, I'm well. Please retrieve the magic whistle hidden in the darkness at the end of the third world. Now, there is no darkness at the end of the third world, but what she's really referring to is actually the third level of the first world, where you can actually go behind the scenes by crouching on the white block, or the white platform, if you will, and you can actually shift through the background of the stage. And yes, you can go behind the black level ending, and you'll actually be teleported to a hidden mushroom house, which will award you a warp whistle. So, with that all said, this completes another world. Join me next time for World 7, the Pipe Maze. See you later. Oh, and remember, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to these videos. It would really help a lot.